My beloved, you who are weary and burdened, I see the weight you carry, the exhaustion that drains your spirit. You have faced trials that seem insurmountable, and your strength has waned under the pressure. But hear me now, for I am your God, your source of renewal. I promise you this: restoration awaits, and I will renew your strength. In your moments of weakness, when you feel like you cannot take another step, I am there with you. I have seen the battles you have fought, the tears you have shed in secret. I know the weariness that grips your soul, but do not lose heart. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you have reached the end of your own abilities, that is where my power begins to work mightily in you. You shall rise again, not by your own might, but by my Spirit. Just as I breathed life into dry bones and they stood up, a vast army, so too will I breathe new life into you. Your strength will be renewed like the eagles. You will run and not grow weary, walk and not faint. I am the one who sustains you, who lifts you up when you are downcast. Trust in me, my child, for I am the God of all creation, and nothing is too hard for me. The seasons of weariness you have endured will give way to a season of refreshing. The storms that have battered you will pass, and in their place, you will find peace and renewal. I will pour out my Spirit upon you, and you will find rest for your soul. Restoration is not just about regaining what was lost. It is about becoming stronger, more resilient, more anchored in me. The challenges you have faced have refined you, drawing you closer to my heart. I am the potter and you are the clay. The pressure you have felt is not to break you, but to mold you into a vessel of honor, filled with my glory. So rise, my beloved. Rise from the ashes of despair. Rise from the depths of your fatigue, and know that I am renewing you even now. Your strength is being restored, your hope is being rekindled, and your spirit is being lifted. I am with you, and I will never leave you. Trust in my promise. You shall rise again. My precious child, I see the ashes of your past, the broken dreams, the shattered hopes, the remnants of what once was. I know the pain you carry, the deep wounds that seem beyond healing. But hear me now. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes. I will transform your life in ways you cannot even imagine. The world may see only the ruins, the devastation left behind by your trials, but I see the potential for something glorious. I see the seeds of new beginnings buried within the ashes of your past. Just as a phoenix rises from the ashes, so too will you rise, renewed and transformed by my hand. Your pain has not been in vain. I have seen every tear, heard every cry, and I have not forgotten you. I am weaving your sorrow into a tapestry of beauty, turning your mourning into dancing. The very things that once brought you to your knees will become the foundation upon which I build something new and magnificent in your life. I am the God of transformation, and I specialize in making all things new. Where there was once despair, I will bring hope. Where there was once loss, I will bring abundance. Where there was once darkness, I will bring light. You are not defined by your past, for I am doing a new thing in you. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. Do not cling to the ashes, my child. Release them into my hands and watch as I turn them into something beautiful. The world may have written you off, but I am the author of your story, and I am not finished with you yet. Your best days are not behind you, They are ahead of you. You shall rise again, clothed in the beauty of my grace, adorned with the splendor of my love. Trust in me, for I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. The process may be painful, but the outcome will be glorious. Your life is a masterpiece in the making, and every stroke of my brush is adding to its beauty. So rise, my beloved, and let me transform your life from ashes to beauty. My dear one, I know how your hope has dimmed, how the weight of life's challenges has caused your spirit to falter. The light that once shone brightly within you now flickers, barely holding on amidst the storms you've faced. But listen to my voice, for I am the God of all hope, and I am here to rekindle the flame within you. Trust in my power to lift you up, for you shall rise again. I see your struggle, the moments when despair seems to overshadow every glimmer of hope. Yet, I want you to remember who I am, the God who called light out of darkness, who spoke life into the void, who raised the dead to life. Nothing is too hard for me, and nothing can extinguish the hope I have placed within you. Even when you feel like you are at your lowest, when the world seems to be crumbling around you, know that I am with you. My hand is upon you, and I am lifting you out of the pit of despair. Your circumstances may seem overwhelming, but my power is greater. I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. Do not be afraid to hope again, for your hope is not in the fleeting things of this world, but in me, the eternal, unchanging God. I am your anchor in the storm, your stronghold in times of trouble. When the winds of life blow fiercely, I am the one who will keep you steady. When the waves crash around you, I am the one who will lift you above them. You shall rise again, my child, not because of your own strength but because of mine. I am the God who lifts the lowly, who raises the poor from the dust, who exalts the humble. Your hope is being rekindled, not by your circumstances, but by my presence in your life. I am with you, and I will never leave you.
So lift your eyes to me, and let your heart be filled with hope once more. The darkness you are experiencing is not the end of your story. It is merely a chapter. I am writing a new chapter, one filled with hope, joy, and victory. Trust in my power to lift you up, for you shall rise again. My beloved, I know the battles you have faced, the defeats that have left you feeling crushed and broken. You may feel as though you have been knocked down one too many times, that victory is out of reach. But I am here to tell you that I am your resurrecting force. I am the God who turns defeat into victory, who brings life out of death. You shall rise again. In the midst of your struggles, when the enemy whispers lies of failure and despair, remember who I am. I am the Almighty, the one who has overcome the world. The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is at work in you, my child. You are not defeated, for I am your victory. The battle is not yours to fight alone. It is mine, and I have already secured your triumph. The setbacks you have faced are not the end. They are the stepping stones to your victory. Every time you have been knocked down, I have been there to lift you up. I have seen your tears, your frustrations, your moments of doubt. But I want you to know that I am with you in the trenches, fighting on your behalf. You may have lost some battles, but the war is far from over, and I declare that victory is yours. I am the God of resurrection, and just as I raised my son from the grave, so too will I raise you from the ashes of defeat. Your life is not defined by your failures, but by my power at work within you. The enemy may have tried to bring you down, but I am raising you up. You shall rise again, stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Do not give up, my child. Your story is not one of defeat, but of victory. The cross looked like the ultimate defeat, but it was the doorway to resurrection. In the same way, the trials you have faced are not the end, but the beginning of something new and glorious. I am your resurrecting force, and I will not let you stay down. Rise up, my beloved, and walk in the victory I have secured for you. The chains of defeat are broken, the grave clothes are removed, and you are free to step into the fullness of life I have prepared for you. Trust in me, for I am the God of victory, and you shall rise again. My precious child, I know the weight of your past, the regrets that linger in your heart, the dreams that have faded with time. But hear me now. I am the God of new beginnings, and I am offering you a fresh start. Embrace the dawn of this new day, for you shall rise again. The past may have been filled with mistakes, missed opportunities, and broken relationships, but I am not a God who dwells on what has been. I am the God who calls forth what is yet to be. I am doing a new thing in your life. Can you not perceive it? The old has gone, the new is here. I am wiping the slate clean, giving you a chance to begin anew. You are not defined by your past, my child. The labels that others have placed on you, the failures that have haunted you, they have no power over the new creation that you are in me. I am the God who makes all things new, and I am breathing new life into your spirit. The dawn of a fresh start is upon you, and I am guiding you into a future filled with hope. Do not be afraid to let go of what has been, to release the past into my hands. I know it is hard to forget the pain, the disappointments, the losses, but I am asking you to trust me with your future, to believe that I have something greater in store for you. The dawn of a new day is breaking, and with it comes the promise of new beginnings. You shall rise again, not as the person you once were, but as the person I have called you to be. The mistakes of the past are covered by my grace, and the wounds are healed by my love. I am giving you a fresh start, a new chapter in your story, one that is filled with my goodness and mercy. So rise, my beloved, and embrace the dawn of this new beginning. The night has passed, the day has come, and with it, the promise of a future that is bright and filled with hope. I am with you, guiding your steps, leading you into the fullness of life that I have prepared for you. Trust in me, for you shall rise again. My beloved, I see the adversity you have faced, the challenges that have threatened to pull you under, the trials that have tested your faith. But I want you to know that I am the God who lifts the lowly, who elevates those who have been cast down. You shall rise again, and I will elevate you above every challenge, every obstacle, every adversity. The storms of life have raged against you, but they have not overcome you. I have been with you in the midst of the storm, holding you up when you felt like you were sinking. The winds may have howled, the waves may have crashed, but I am the God who walks on water, who commands the storm to be still. And I am with you, my child, lifting you above the waves, carrying you through the storm. You may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, but I am the God who carries your burdens. When you are weak, I am strong. When you are overwhelmed, I am your peace. When you are discouraged, I am your hope. I will not let you be overcome by adversity, for I am the God who elevates you, who lifts you up on eagle's wings. Your trials have not been in vain, my child. They have been preparing you for something greater, something higher. I am using the very adversity that was meant to bring you down to elevate you to new heights. Just as Joseph was elevated from the pit to the palace, so too will I elevate you above your circumstances, above your challenges, above your trials. Do not fear the adversity, my child, for I am with you in the midst of it. I am the God who turns what was meant for evil into good, who brings beauty out of ashes, who brings victory out of defeat. I am elevating you, raising you up above the storm, above the trials, above the adversity. So rise, my beloved, and know that I am with you. You shall rise again, not just to survive, but to thrive. I am the God who elevates, who lifts up, who raises the lowly to new heights. Trust in me, for I am with you, and I will elevate you above every adversity. My precious child, I see the brokenness in your life, the parts of you that feel shattered beyond repair. I know the deep wounds you carry, the scars that have left you feeling incomplete. But hear me now. I am the God of healing and wholeness, and I will restore what was lost. You shall rise again, fully restored and made whole by my hand. The pain you have endured has not gone unnoticed. I have seen every tear, felt every heartache, and I have been with you through it all. I am the God who heals the brokenhearted, who binds up their wounds. There is no pain too deep, no wound too severe, that I cannot heal. I am the great physician, and I am here to bring healing and wholeness to every part of your life. You may feel like you are too broken to be made whole, too lost to be found, but I want you to know that nothing is impossible for me. I am the God who restores the years that the locusts have eaten, who brings back what was lost, who makes all things new. Your brokenness is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with my healing and restoration. The enemy may have tried to steal from you, to destroy what was precious, but I am the God of restoration. I will restore what was lost, and I will do it in ways that you cannot even imagine. The wounds that you carry will be healed, the brokenness will be mended, and you will be made whole in me. You shall rise again, not as a wounded, broken person, but as a restored, whole child of God. I am the God who makes all things new, who brings beauty out of ashes, who restores what was lost. Your life will be a testimony of my healing power, a testament to my ability to restore and make whole. So rise, my beloved, and know that I am with you. I am the God of healing and wholeness, and I will restore what was lost. Trust in me, for you shall rise again, fully restored and made whole by my hand. My beloved, I know how you have struggled, how life has knocked you down time and time again. It may feel like you are far from victory, that the odds are stacked against you. But I am here to tell you that your comeback is near. Prepare for a divine turnaround, for I am the God who turns the tide in your favor. You shall rise again. The setbacks you have faced are not permanent. They are merely setups for a greater comeback. I have seen your perseverance, your faithfulness in the midst of adversity, and I am about to move on your behalf. What the enemy meant for harm, I will turn for your good. The challenges that have tried to keep you down will be the very things that propel you into your comeback. You may feel like you are at the end of your rope, but I am the God who makes a way where there seems to be no way. Just when you think it's over, I step in and bring about a divine turnaround. The Red Sea was an obstacle until I parted it. The walls of Jericho were impenetrable until I brought them down. In the same way, I am about to turn your situation around. Your comeback is near, my child, and I want you to prepare for it. Do not let the discouragement of the past keep you from seeing the victory that is on the horizon. I am the God who redeems, who restores, who brings about miraculous turnarounds. The things that have been working against you will suddenly begin to work for you, as I move in your life with power and authority. You shall rise again, not in defeat, but in victory. I am the God of the comeback, the God who turns mourning into dancing, who turns weeping into joy. Your story is not over. It is just beginning. I am writing a new chapter, one filled with hope, with victory, with a divine turnaround. So rise, my beloved, and prepare for your comeback. The tides are turning, the winds are shifting, and I am moving in your favor. Trust in me, for I am the God of the divine turnaround, and you shall rise again.
My beloved, I know the setbacks you have faced, the moments when it felt like you had failed, when it seemed like your dreams were slipping away. But I am here to tell you that I am the God of second chances. I do not define you by your past mistakes, but by the potential I see in you. You shall rise again, for I am giving you another chance. Life may have thrown obstacles in your path, and you may have stumbled, but I want you to know that your setbacks are not permanent. They are not the end of your story. I am the God who lifts up those who have fallen, who gives new beginnings to those who have lost their way. I am the God of second chances, and I am extending that grace to you. Do not be afraid to try again, to step out in faith, to pursue the dreams that you thought were lost. I am with you, and I am guiding your steps. The setbacks you have faced are not failures. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming stronger. I am using them to refine you, to mold you into the person I have called you to be. You shall rise again, my child, not in your own strength, but in mine. I am the God who gives beauty for ashes, who turns mourning into joy, who brings life out of death. Your past does not define you. My love does. Your mistakes do not limit you. My grace does. I am the God of second chances, and I am giving you a fresh start. So rise, my beloved, and embrace the second chance I am offering you. The past is behind you, and a new beginning is before you. I am with you, and I am leading you into a future filled with hope, with promise, with new opportunities. Trust in me, for you shall rise again. My precious child, I see the despair that has weighed you down, the darkness that has clouded your heart. But I want you to know that I am the God who turns despair into triumph. You shall rise again, and I will raise you up from the depths of despair to the heights of victory. The enemy has tried to keep you in a place of hopelessness, to convince you that there is no way out, no light at the end of the tunnel. But I am the God of hope, the God who brings light into the darkest places, who brings joy in the midst of sorrow. I am with you, and I will not let despair have the final word in your life. You may feel like you are at the end of your rope, but I am here to catch you, to lift you up, to raise you to new heights. I am the God who brings life out of death, who brings hope out of despair, who brings victory out of defeat. You shall rise again, my child, for I am raising you up. Do not let the enemy's lies keep you in a place of despair. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I am with you, and I am for you. The victory is already yours in me, and I am raising you up to walk in that victory. You shall rise again, not as one who is defeated, but as one who is triumphant. I am the God of the resurrection, the God who brings the dead to life, who brings hope to the hopeless, who brings victory to the defeated. Your life is in my hands, and I am raising you up to new heights. So rise, my beloved, and know that I am with you. The darkness is lifting, the despair is fading, and my light is shining on you. Trust in me, for you shall rise again, and I will raise you up from despair to triumph.